Hello and welcome to North Sea Soundcheck. This is a brand new music podcast showcasing music all over the Yorkshire Coast. So this is a new collaboration between Yorkshire Coast Gigs and Beckview Studios. So we'll start with you, Kath. What is Yorkshire Coast Gigs?
Yorkshire Coast Gigs is a community interest company that we set up in 2014. Samuel Barrington, David Ruston and myself put that together. We have operated essentially as like a music magazine, a website, doing live reviews, interviews, lots of photographs, and potentially getting involved in other exciting projects when the opportunity arises.
Which takes us lovely over to you, Christina. What is Beckview Studios?
Thank you. Beckview Studios is a recording and music production studio based here in sunny Scarborough. We specialise, funnily enough, in all things recording. So we tracking to our vintage tape as well, which is quite unique. We also do pre and post-production for musicians, but we also work with actors, authors, anybody who wants to produce voice work. We've got a really well-treated voice
A lovely vocal booth.
Yeah, lovely vocal booth there. So we do anything that people need for recording.
Oh, it's brilliant. So this is the first time of a collaboration like this, isn't it? It seemed quite organic. I know before we came in here, there was talk of you both wanting to make it happen, and then the magic happened.
I think Beckview kind of asked to meet with us, and we were just like, oh yes, we've wanted to do that for so long. Didn't really have the technical skills. So when Beckview said, would you maybe like to put together the content for a music show? We were like, yes, please. And it just felt like the magic was really in the air then.
Yeah, completely. And this is an idea that Chris in particular has had for years, and we were just waiting for the right partner. And then we were discussing it more recently, and I was just like, do you know what? We should talk to Yorkshire Coast Gigs about this, because I think they'd be a really good partner. And then I didn't even know that it was something that you'd been wanting to do. So that just, it was a no-brainer. Yeah. It was a no-brainer to work together. And then just to be able to facilitate an opportunity to get to feature local artists, to highlight local gigs, well, not just local, but regional perhaps. Festivals. It just everything. I mean, you can explain it better probably.
Just anything musical, a bit of extra culture thrown in. We're quite excited by some of our guests tonight. We've got some poets as well, so we are really looking forward to doing this tonight.
Oh, brilliant. So from what I can gather, this is a collaboration between yourselves to showcase all things music along the Yorkshire Coast.
Correct.
Awesome stuff. So on that note, let's get started.
North Sea Soundcheck. North Sea Soundcheck with Yorkshire Coast Gigs and Beckview Studios.
So welcome to the May episode of North Sea Soundcheck, the music show for the Yorkshire Coast. We're your hosts, Kath, Beth and Christina. We're recording this live on the 24th of April, but actually to air at the start of May. And we just say anything that we mention that's coming up, do actually check the dates, check venues and artists' own socials, etc., because information can, of course, change.
And also, this is filmed live. So we're filming it on the 24th of April, coming out beginning of May. So, yeah, it's exciting though, isn't it?
Really?
I've never done a project of this scale, doing it all live. So anything that happens, please do remember that it is live.
And we also have a live studio audience as
we
well.
have a live studio audience behind you.
Guests, wonderful
Go on,
guests.
Adam. Here they are. So we've got some really exciting guests on this first edition of the show. We'll be talking to Alex Verda, who is over there, about all of the stuff that's happening in Bridlington. We have singer, saxophonist Em Louise, which is very exciting as well. We've got Charlotte Oliver, who is a local poet, which is going to be really exciting. And a new band with lots of familiar faces is Reverie. But first, we have some upcoming updates on things that have been happening in the last month or so.
News from the scene.
There has been so much going on, so we're going to start with Scarborough Punk Festival. This was held at Scarborough Spa at the end of March. This festival is going from strength to strength every year and featured 18 bands over 2 days, including big names like Barstool Preachers, Cockney Rejects, The Skids and The Exploited. We're delighted to know that some of our own local hardcore punks, Gencom Revolt, were on the lineup too. You can check out an album of photos from regular Punk Fest photographer Phil Thorns over on the YCG, Yorkshire Coast Gigs website. There were also some unofficial fringe events going on around this, and we featured some amazing photos from photographer Simon Heaton. This was a 4-band lineup at the Corporation Club in March. That featured Bear Away, Amass, Active Minds and The Restarts. Do check those photos out. That looked absolutely epic, and I'm really sad that I missed that. The same night that was happening, Scarborough's Indigo Alley reopened with 2 punk acts, Tempers Flare and Filthy Filthy, kicking things off there.
Awesome. So there were also some sad goodbyes in recent weeks as a couple of real fan favourite bands announced that they were calling it a day and held their farewell gigs. So the Fiends put on a show at Scarborough Spa with support from Whitby Sunbeam and Scarborough bands The North and Bad Luck Brian. There are also photos by Wandering Photography on Yorkshire Coast Gigs from that night, and you can check out more photos and videos on the band pages. We are so sad to say goodbye, but wish all the bands the best in the future. As one of those bands, Bad Luck Brian also held their final gig just a short time ago. It was at the Merchant. You were there, weren't you, Kath?
I was indeed.
You were.
Yeah.
There's been a fair few EP launch events as well. We had a new release from Shindig, who threw a launch party at Bacchus, with 2 other great bands from further afield, Under the Influence and Cold Start. Under the Influence, back at Bacchus. Am I saying Bacchus right?
Yeah.
Back
Bacchus.
at Bacchus.
Back to Bacchus.
They are back at Bacchus on the... during May, with a gig from another one of our favourites, Graham Watson, who I still haven't seen yet. Has anyone seen Graham Watson?
Yeah.
Have you? Everyone's nodding. Are they really good?
Yeah.
I'm so gutted. I haven't seen them yet. I have to make that happen. I'm going to
come
come in May to Bacchus.
So I also had the absolute pleasure of attending the Lights Out Band EP launch at the Roscoe Rooms. These are youngsters, all kind of sixth form age, but they'd put on this sensational lineup of young solo acts and bands to celebrate their 3-track EP release, which is available now. Again, there's a review and photos on the website. A lot of the bands there really felt like ones to watch. You can see Lights Out on a lot of weekends doing their covers stuff, but do check out their amazing originals as well and get in touch with them for a copy of the CD. Then there was the launch of Danube Blues, Jack Robertson's debut EP, recorded right here at Beckview Studios. Jack put on a special lineup of local original artists, which included Bridlington's Sam Mackay with Lewis Ward, Nils Arnold with his Northern Riots bandmate Mally Jackson, and our lovely Beth here.
I was there.
You were there.
It
was a really beautiful night, and the EP is available in hard copy or streaming now. So do go and check out Jack Robinson, Jack Robertson, who we also interviewed ahead of the event. That's online too. He was really great to talk to, even if I got his name wrong. So do go check it out. Bridlington saw the first Burning Down the House event at Drum Shack with anarchic skiffle band from Hull, Black Kes, supported by Brid's own Spruce Moose and Hans Umlaut. This was, by all accounts, an absolutely crazy evening. Check out the review and photos, another one I'm really sad that I missed. And do go and follow Drum Shack on socials. They've got a really varied lineup of regular events throughout the month. One of my other favourite things this past month was the launch of Brid on the Map, which featured 3 brilliant original bands: Pickering's Different State, Brid Hull band Follow Deep, and guests from Nottingham Paste. That's Paste with a full stop if you're looking for them on socials. We are going to very shortly talk to our first guest, Alex Verda, who is one of Brid on the Map's organisers, after this video from the Fiends. As we mentioned earlier, the Fiends have sadly split up now, but this video of All Worked Out is from a lounge session they did here at Beckview Studios on Leap Day 2024.
I don't walk around like All my troubles have all fallen by the wayside, all just vanished and gone. Let me hear your voice again. I don't think about you quite as much as I did. Everything that was said all just happened so quickly. Let me hear your voice again. Now you're wrapped around your finger, there's no way I can let it go now. Here we go. I've got it all worked out. I've got it all worked out in my head. I've got it all worked out. I've got it all worked out in my head. I don't walk around like all my troubles have all fallen by the wayside, all just vanished and gone. Let me hear your voice again. I don't think about you quite as much as I did. Everything that was said all just happened so quickly. Let me hear your voice again. I've got it all worked out. I've got it all worked out in my head. I've got it all worked out. I've got it all worked out in my head. In my head. I don't walk around like all my troubles have gone. I don't walk around like all my troubles have gone. I don't walk around like all my troubles have gone. I don't walk around like all my troubles have gone. 1, 2, 3. I've got it all worked out. I've got it all worked out in my head. I've got it all worked out. I've got it all worked out in my head. In my head. I've got it, I've got it, I've got it. I've got it, I've got it all worked out. In my head. I've got it all worked out. I've got it all worked out in my head. I've got it all worked out. I've got it all worked out in my head. Thank you very much. Good night. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Artist Chat.
Hello, Alex. Welcome to North Sea Soundcheck. How are you?
I'm good. It's good to be
you
here.
good?
I had a
It's
lovely
exciting.
walk up, yeah.
You did. You saw a squirrel on the way.
Yeah, the video will be here.
There's a video of a squirrel dangling. Love that. So I want to talk to you about all of the great stuff that is happening in Bridlington. So you've recently launched a new project called Brid on the Map. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, Brid on the Map's a free artist, original free entry night that's designed to pretty much just make music really accessible for like everyone in Brid, rather than having to like ticket it, so everyone can just be there without any of that like financial worry, because of like everyone's a bit hard up at the moment. It just makes it a little bit easier for everyone to access live music, to get like bands from across the country, like national, international bands, to play on a little stage in Brid, and also like have a platform for the local artists to play with these like slightly bigger bands and just get the experience on a stage. I've got to shout out to Rob at Stirling as well, because he's put like a huge investment into turning that place into a wonderful building. like for live music, and it's like the support he's already given to me and James, who I guess we'll talk about later as well. It's already been just like fantastic.
Yeah.
It's like we haven't received that kind of support anywhere else, and it's good to see he's putting that effort into the local music scene.
Yeah. So the gig with Paste, was that the first? Brid
Yeah,
on
that
the
was
Map
the
with Follow
first
Deep
one. Yeah.
And, who was the other one?
Different
Follow Deep.
Different
and
State,
Different
yeah.
State. Oh, great lads. How did that go?
Oh, well, it was a gig. There's only positives to come from it, but there's a bit of a technical nightmare, which is like the worst possible thing could happen. But aside from that, like, it was only positive feedback.
Yeah.
Everyone was really happy with it. And like once the sound system was working properly, I've been absolutely blown away with what they've put in there. So shout out to Bart as well, who put it in with his team of like techs and the joiners who put the place together.
Awesome.
Yes.
So I wanted to talk to you about Sunday sessions, which happens every Sunday. It's at the Queen's. What do you do for Sunday sessions?
It's just an open mic, isn't it?
It's an iconic
Yeah.
open mic.
Yeah, the Sunday sessions is the heart of the like the Bridlington like grassroots music scene. Like everyone goes there to have fun on a Sunday. Like we've got a little stage put in, like sound system, which is quite overkill for an open mic in a tiny room, but it gives everyone the experience to, well, like an actual kind of like live performance set. So we have like lights up in there, and everyone can like just perform as if it was a proper set. And they're on stage, so it has that experience. And we also get photos and videos of like everyone, so they can promote it. So it's like the full kind of, this is what a stage is sort of like. It's still not quite like a big stage, but it's like a little taster of what live music can be like as a performer. And it's just a chance for everyone to like hone their talents and their skill sets and their on stage performances. So it's just that, and then can't talk. And during the summer we go outside on the big stage, which is even
I love the
nicer.
big stage.
And that's where the festival's going to be too.
The festival, you say?
The festival.
What festival is this?
Well, live at the Queen's Fest, because I haven't thought of a better name yet. Maybe next year. But no, it's a festival focused purely for like done by local people, for local people, and mainly featuring acts from Yorkshire. I think, in fact, it is all acts from Yorkshire this year. From what I remember, I'm pretty sure it is. But it's just going to be an all-day festival from like 12 till 10:30 outside, and then a DJ inside, so everyone can just like relax and have fun. But it's like the biggest project I've like solo worked on so far, and Queens are really getting behind it now as well.
That's great.
So we've got like a lot of freedom with it. We're gonna have a lot of fun, and
Yeah.
it's something like the Old Town hasn't had before.
Yeah.
And obviously you've got sessions by the sea with Spa, but that's more of like a larger scale thing. This is like a fully like community driven, local festival by locals for locals kind of thing.
So at the time of filming, it's the 24th of April.
Yeah.
I believe the
When this comes
announcement is-
out, it'll be tomorrow. It's fully announced, so you're getting leaked here.
Can we hear anything about the lineup, or are we waiting until 3 o'clock tomorrow for that?
You've got to wait. And it's also,
gotta wait.
and also there's 12, and I might forget one. I always do. I always do when I've like announced it so far. But I know one person in the room. His band is playing at the festival. Who could it be?
Who could it be? I'm not looking at them. This is a really exciting project to be happening in Bridlington. I'm really looking forward to it. And don't forget, if you do want to know more about this festival, follow Metaline Studios on Instagram, Facebook. He's holding the little thing.
He is.
It's right there. Just click the link. And also, while I remember, please do like, subscribe, show some love for this YouTube channel. Big shout out to Beckview for having us, letting us do this here. But yeah, show your support for this channel, because without it, we would not be doing this. So we've talked about Sunday sessions. There's a few open mics that happen in Brid. There's one just down the road at Bridlington. What is like the difference between those two open mics?
Bull and Sun is just chaos, pretty much.
Brilliant.
Like it's still structured sets. Everyone performs. But it's far more relaxed. Not saying Sunday sessions isn't relaxing. Like it's still a chill night, but Bull and Sun, there's just like no rules really.
Oh wow!
It's like sometimes I run around with a little stuffed alligator doing Black MIDI songs with it, which has sent a few people out of the pub. Like it's not for everyone's taste.
It's not for it's out there. Yeah.
Yeah. And we also have a double kick pedal, which Queens doesn't have.
Oh my
Which
God.
Troy has a lot of fun with.
Brilliant.
And the lights are light to sound.
Are they?
Yeah.
I did not know that. So if you get
I'll
on the double
put a
kick,
video here.
And the little squirrel as well.
Yeah. Start having like videos appearing around like my head.
So we did want to talk about like your collaboration with James Williams, because you two.
James is
the
the like the other half of running Brid on the map, and he's been doing gigs in Brid for ages. He took a small hiatus until just after lockdown, and he went to Black Lion to start doing gigs there. But yeah, he was actually the first ever gig I went to was one of his at the Lonsborough, I think it was called. Is that the one that burnt down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was ages ago.
Oh, yeah. 'Cause it was the first gig, I think it was like 2013 or 14 I went to. It was this metal band called Sea Giants and Brid who've broken up. I think it was actually their last gig.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's been running gigs around Bridlington for ages. And now we just kind of work together on like everything.
That's
well,
really
Brid on the
cool.
map anyway, not everything.
No, but it's nice to have a partner like that, because you two do like different things as well, don't you? Whereas from what I can gather, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're doing mainly like the original stuff. James is doing like the tributes and stuff like that. Is that right? I'm not too sure.
Yeah. So all original stuff at Queen's I focus on. We collaborate on Brid on the Map at Stirling. And then he's now got Spa Sessions where he's going to be doing some tribute ones. I think the next one coming up is Nirvana. And that, this is where I need my phone.
We had the phone under the chair just in case we needed it.
Sneaky. I should have had it up already.
We're going to have to
so Nirvana is on the 16th of May, which is a Friday. Then 4th of July, it's Korn and 9 Inch Nails UK. And then it's Meteora on Friday, 7th November, which is a Linkin Park tribute, if you want to check any of them out.
All very exciting. So, thank you so much for chatting with us.
No worries.
It's been lovely talking to you. And like I say, if you do want to hear more about that festival, do follow Metal Line Studios. And while you're here, give us a cheeky little subscribe. It really helps out. But thank you so much, Alex. It's been lovely chatting with you.
And you too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we're going to have a little bit more news from the scene, but before that, we are just going to play you a little bit of footage from some of Alex's events to give you a flavour of those. And thank you again for being our first ever guest, Alex. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I feel 10 years old. The rooms are cold and empty. And I wanna be alone. Hallelujah, by and I'll fly away. The shadows of this life are over. I'll fly away. You grow.
News from the scene.
Another event that took place recently was the We Shall Overcome event at Scarborough's Crescent Lounge. This was organised by poet Graham Rhodes and featured a long lineup of solo artists and bands interspersed with poetry. We Shall Overcome is a movement for good championed by local musician Joe Solo, and that's been going for 10 years now, fundraising for food banks along the way. This event raised £664 in cash and an incredible amount of food and toiletry donations, which formed the door charge. We want to give a shout out to all the acts who gave their time to perform as part of this amazing event. So to poets, Abby Ingham, Nell Williams, Charles Kirby, James Copper, Danny Tyler, Stuart Ackroyd, Lucination and Graham Rhodes himself. To musicians, Maddie Jackson, Jack Robertson, Andy Raw, Freya Ruder and Philip Bull, and bands Reverie, Serial Killer Glasses, Jenkum Revolt, The Fuzz Junkies, The Northern Riots and Graham Watson. Plus the Rainbow Centre's own Joe Laking on the decks. What a fantastic effort. And what a lineup, what an amazing day of live music it was. Yorkshire Coast Gigs will have some photos and a write-up online in the very near future, but a huge well done to everyone involved.
So sticking with the Rainbow Centre for a moment, there is their first fabulous charity ball coming up on the 7th of June, which will include a live band. Huge are a party band from York, and they will be bringing the music, so get your dancing shoes on. Another great event that took place in March was Scarborough Film Festival, which featured a number of events that blended live music with screenings. The Funky Tuesday Choir sang live on stage at the Stephen Joseph Theatre ahead of the film screening of The Classic Dancing Queen, shot in Scarborough with Rick Mile and Helena Bonham Carter. There was a screening of music documentary Dead Mint, which featured anarchic punk band from Scarborough. Grandad's Don't Indicate, which is a great name.
It's a great name, yeah.
I love that.
They're a lot of fun.
Have you seen them?
I haven't. I was read about them and seen the pictures, and everybody's raving about how much fun they are.
I want to go see them just for the name because that's brilliant. So followed by a live gig with the Grandad, supported by Orchard, and followed by Graham Watson, another one who I still haven't seen, and I really need to. So check out the interview with Granddads Don't Indicate members Dennis Copeland, and look out for a review and photos on Yorkshire Coast Gigs. The festival ended with an open decks event at Craft Bar. Have you been to one of those open deck events?
No, not the open decks.
I went to one. It was like
times.
I love craft, but I went to one of those open deck nights. It was, I think it was a Sunday. I can't remember exactly when it was, but it was so cool. Like the fact that anyone can get up and like everyone was playing complete different things. It was really cool.
See, I've
So if
still
you
got the
haven't been,
fear
you
of
should
my
go.
dad and his old decks and going, don't touch my records,
touch my
you'll
decks."
scratch them. So I couldn't do it.
No, they're brilliant there. So with a short gap between us filming this and it going out for viewing, there are lots of great things happening in the in-between. So coming up for the last weekend of April are Sci-Fi Scarborough, who do like to geek out beside the seaside. After sampling the sci-fi goodness down at the Scarborough Spa, fans can head up to the Crescent Bar for a special set with DJ sets from Secret Sub Rosa, who always bring a full experience to any event they host. We hear there could be Daleks in attendance. Ooh. Crescent's another great venue. I love it.
Yeah,
So much good stuff happens in that space.
It really does.
And I'm looking around and I think we've all been to Crescent, haven't we? Yeah. Have you been to Crescent, Alex?
Oh, yeah.
Have you?
Yes.
When?
When you were gigging here, me and Kirsty went up.
Oh my God, you did. I love the Crescent. It's brilliant there. And finally, Whitby Goth Weekend has events all over the town, including the official Ravenant event at the Royal Hotel with 8 bands plus live DJs over the weekends. All other events such as goth and rock DJs all weekend at Abbey Wharf, and Whitby Brewery hosting goth at the brewery.
So our next guest will also be having a very busy weekend coming up because they're filming a video for a very special song written for the men's mental health charity Andy's Man Club. Here to talk about this and much more, please welcome Em Louise after this clip from her video, Play Pretend.
Been a first time in a long while that I opened my heart up to a lesson like you. You left me bruised, but they heal soon. They disappear even quicker than you. It started off just fine, just you and I, looking up at the stars. Now the distance between's like Earth and Mars. Yeah, you think you got bars, but what's really going on is you're messing with my head, trying to get into my bed, thinking I can't see right through you. Your magic feels like voodoo. I just wanna open up my Someone to give me the strength to get away from you. Oh, oh. Someone to give me the strength to get away from you. Sometimes all I need is the support behind me to get me away from you. All you do is play pretend. It only just started, you made it end. Let's be clear, we won't be friends, 'cause you could only fit me in over your weekends. Left me bruised, but they healed soon. They disappear quicker than you.
I've said what I needed to say.
Artist Chat.
Welcome to the studio, Em Louise. You're a Scarborough-based singer and saxophonist. You've really been making waves with your distinctive sound. Start off, if you would, and just tell us a little bit about yourself. Maybe when you first started playing the saxophone and what drew you to it. Was it your first choice? Did you start somewhere else?
Sure, yeah. Hi, thanks for having me. So I originally started off by playing piano when I was like 8 years old. I wasn't very good at that, to be honest. So then I started singing when I was a couple of years later, when I was about 11 in year 7. And then from there, the music teacher was very encouraging and was like, you know, maybe try different instruments. So I was like, well, saxophone, no rhyme or reason, really. Well, actually, no, my dad did have a saxophone for some reason. I think he was learning to play. And he said, if you play 3 Blind Mice on it, I'll get you for your first lesson. So I actually got this saxophone out, played 3 Blind Mice, ding, ding, ding. And then he was like, right, I'll pay for your first lesson. So yeah, I was about 12, when I played sax, started learning sax, and then sort of neglected it a bit because I realised it wasn't that cool. And I was in that weird teenagehood, and then brought it back out when I was 18. And then again neglected it, and then sort of just self-teach really now. Yeah.
Lovely. And you're obviously songwriting yourself. You songwrite for other artists as well, and you've been doing some collaborations lately. Is there anything you tell us about any of those? Anything coming out soon?
Yeah, so I don't know exactly how much I can tell you, but I'm involved in a lot of songwriting camps. I'm going to Bucharest for a week in June, which will be fun. So that's just writing for other artists who curated briefs, and also slowly getting into the world of sync, which, if you don't know, is writing for TV and adverts and stuff like that.
Wow.
So that's exciting. Yeah.
That's very exciting. So I wanted to talk a bit about your radio stuff, because you are non-stop. You're going to be like so interviewed out by the end of today. We were literally just talking before we started filming, and am I right? You've done 2 other radio interviews just today.
That's right, yeah.
That's crazy. So it was Rotherham Radio and BCB today.
Yeah.
How did they go? Were they okay?
They went well, yeah. They were
Good.
only about 10 minutes each, and just talking about some projects that I've got going on at the minute. So yeah, but I'm fully in interview mode right now.
Am I right in thinking they were both phone interviews?
Yeah.
How do you find them? Like, is it weird not looking at the other person, or is it just sort of like a conversation?
I feel like I just have to get in the zone, and then once you're in the zone, like, you can just sort of I don't know, hope for the best.
Yeah,
really, I suppose, yeah.
I really stress anything over the phone. I just can't do it. So I find it really interesting that, like, you know, you have the capability to do things like fair play.
Yeah, I mean, I
That's
did have the
stressful.
opportunity to go to Bradford today, but that would have been a bit of a rush, because that would have been at like 5 to then
That would have
come
been a
back to
long
Scarborough.
day.
So I was like, let me just do it over the phone.
And
So,
also, you're on BBC Introducing this evening. Woo, woo, woo.
yeah, that's right.
Which
yeah.
song is it?
So it's Loving for Free. So Jericho, thank you, Jericho, if you're watching this. Love you, man. He's airing my song Loving for Free that I released at the end of March on my birthday. So that was a nice little surprise for today. Didn't know that was going to happen. So yeah.
Oh, I love that. What a great email to get there. It's like
Absolutely.
such a little treat. So, what else have we got? Oh, your video shoot. You've got a video shoot coming up. Is that this weekend?
That is, yeah. So I've recently been working with Andy's Man Club on a project. So in November we got together and started doing some meetings to curate a brief for basically some art, some music for Andy's Man Club. It was my idea because my story is I lost my brother. He lost his battle with his mental health in December 2022, which was, really, really tough and still is. So from that, I've educated myself on charities that do help men and women across the country with mental health support. So Andy's Man Club was one that I really did, look into, and I'm just so passionate about everything they do. And also there is, Andy's Man Club dotted around this area, Pickering now, Norton, Moulton. There's a few in Scarborough. So, teamed together with Andy's Man Club with some of the guys from the head office and created a brief, written a song called Be Right Here. And this is me waffling, but this is cut a long story short. The video for this song is on Sunday, the 27th of April, which is will be a few weeks ago when this comes out, but currently in a few days' time. And we are welcoming as many people to get down there as possible on the seafront to be a part of it.
Is that Scarborough Seafront?
That is, yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
And the video's due out in May, I understand.
Yeah,
all
so
being well.
all being well.
So we'll keep an eye out for that.
Absolutely.
We saw earlier your video for Play Pretend that came out in February, a stunning track. Can you tell us a little bit about the story behind that as well?
Oh, God.
It's a gorgeous video.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's the one you just saw.
Yeah, thank you.
gorgeous.
So the guy that's directing the Andy's Man Club one directed that one as well. So shout out to you, Lee, as well. Love you, man. But Play Pretend. Oh God, I feel like I get the giggles every time I go into it. So it was just basically a bit of a dramatisation of a situation that I went through last autumn, where I met a dude and it was going really well, and we went away together, and it was like seeming a certain way, and then like basically just played pretend and faked everything to get what he wanted and made me feel a certain way, which was like used, and that's hence the lyric, you made me feel like I used toy, da 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 da. So, and then he was just a narcissist, and he was just pretty vile. So you know who you are out there.
Good riddance.
Good riddance to you. Not going to say any names, but the funniest thing is he sent me an email after the song came out, wanted to have a chat.
Did you take
By the way, is this about me?
No, he did say, is this about me? Can we have a chat? And sent his number, his new number.
You didn't call him.
Did I?
Oh my God.
Delete. So also, but look, these things happen, don't they, sir? But so Play Pretend came out as a bit of irony on Valentine's Day, and yeah.
Love
Girl
that.
power.
I love when like a heartbreak song comes out on Valentine's Day. Like,
Yeah.
hell yeah, that is what we like.
Yeah.
Just love to talk quickly about some of the events you've got coming up. You've got like some residencies, haven't you, around Scarborough?
Yep.
Is it Wilson's that you're doing as a regular one?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And which day or when are those?
Can't remember, to be honest.
We'll put that here.
We'll link it.
Can't remember, but I'll do an Alex.
Yes.
But I can't remember off the top of my
And
mind.
I want to know a bit more about this Leeds Oporto bar gig with Walt's Frozen Head, which is just a great name for an act as well.
The reason why Walt's Frozen Head is called Walt's Frozen Head is because Walt Disney's head is apparently underneath, frozen underneath Disney World. So that's where that comes. That's where that comes from. But Walt's Frozen Head is my good friend, and we've got a beautiful friendship. And we thought, do you know what? What we're going to do is we're going to do a gig together, support each other, get all of our friends and family down in Leeds, and we've got some people there from Emmerdale. I'm not going to say anything else. So if you do like Emmerdale, come down and watch. Right? Random, I know, but I'm not going to go into the reason why now.
Oh, I love it. So it's
Dingle.
mysterious. I love it.
Now then, as we got to the end of this section, you're going to play a little bit live in the studio for us.
Yeah.
Would you like to tell us what you're going to play?
Sorry, let me just clear my throat.
Some water.
No, I'm all good. All
Okay.
good. Yeah, thank you. Sorry. So I'm going to play my song "Carrying the Fire," and at the end there is a sax solo. So I hope that you enjoy it.
Fantastic.
I'm so excited.
Take
Let's
away.
do it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Thank you for having me. Am I doing it right now?
Yeah. Let's get you set up. Do you need a hand with anything?
No, I think we're all good to go.
Oh, let's do it. I'm so excited. How are you, Kath?
How am I at this point in the show?
How are
Who
you?
could say, Beth? Who could say?
Who
I'm
could say?
good. I'm good.
Are you good?
Yeah, I can't
I
wait
think
for
it's going
this.
really well. And I can't wait. I'm very, very excited.
Am I going now then?
Yeah, let's do it.
So yeah, this is my song "Carrying the Fire," and this song means a lot to me. It's quite an emotional song. I'm not going to go into that now because I don't have time. But if you listen to the words, maybe you'll be able to figure it out yourself. I've got Max the sax with me, and yeah, enjoy.
'cause I'm still learning to use this gift you left for me. Thank you.
No, thank you. That was absolutely stunning. Thank you so much for playing and for chatting with us. It's been lovely. And good luck with the video shoot as well.
Thank you.
Can't
Thank
wait
you.
to see it.
Thank you guys so much for your time. Thank
No,
you.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, thank you. I'm going to nip that in the bud right now because that's the next 15 minutes. Thank you. So next we have a roundup of sea news surrounding the studios, but not before Bad Luck Brian. Oh, I can't believe they're gone.
I'm just
I
going to be
can't
sad
believe
for
you got
years.
to go to the final gig and I didn't.
I did.
Was it emotional?
It was. I'm
it
still
beautiful?
very sad.
I heard so many great things about that night. It was at Merchant,
At the
wasn't it?
Merchant, yeah, it kind of came full circle because
Yeah.
it's where they'd begun life basically, and they came back round to it. But
It was so sad. I'm so good.
the audience wouldn't let them off the stage for a while, really.
I
They
bet.
were just like going,
I
come
bet.
on, come on, and all clamouring for this particular song that
Which
we're
song?
about to hear.
Oh, this one.
This one.
Could it potentially be Masterplan?
It could.
Oh, this is Masterplan by Bad Luck Brian, who have sadly disbanded now. But this is from Live and Loud event at Beckview Studios, and it was part of, what was it, 2024 Scarborough Fair Festival?
Yeah.
But yeah, enjoy. This is Bad Luck Brian with Masterplan.
This one's called Master Plan. You're a nice lad and she's a rough girl. You're a big ship and she's an iceberg. You're a hollowed out, hollowed out. And you're a strip bag and she's a strip tease. You're hanging one-handed on a trapeze. You're a hollowed out, hollowed out. The kick is an early warning sign. The kick is an early warning sign. The punch has less impact and it's not kind. The kick is an early warning sign. Big hands linked in smaller hands. They're no use for a master plan. For a master plan. For a master plan. They're no use for a master plan. Big hands linked in smaller hands. They're no use for a master plan. For a master plan. For a master plan. They're no use for a master plan. The kick is an early warning sign. The kick is an early warning sign. The punch has less impact and it's not kind. And a kick is an early warning sign. For a master plan, for a master plan. They're no use for a master plan. For a master plan, for a master plan. They're no use for a master plan. For a master plan, for a master plan. They're no use for a master plan. For a master plan, for a master plan. They're no use for a master plan. For a master plan, for a master plan. They're no use for a master plan. For a master plan, for a master plan. They're no use for a master plan. The kick is an early warning sign. The kick is an early warning sign. The punch has less impact and it's not kind.
Thanks, guys. We've been Bad Luck Brian. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
News from the scene.
So now we've got a bit more news, specifically lots of news on things that have been happening right here at Beckview Studios. Christina, tell us a little bit about all the things that have recently been recorded and released here.
I can do. A little synopsis of some things. So, Beth, we've just watched a live and loud performance from Bad Luck Brian, and you were, before that little interlude, very sad that they are no longer. However, don't be sad, because in collaboration with Bad Luck Brian, we have released their set from Live and Loud onto all streaming platforms. So you can still stream them forever.
Thank God.
And please do. And check that out because, that was great. So that has recently happened. We released that they released that in tandem with their final gig. Also, our long-term client, William Klein Bailey, who's just great. He's a smooth jazz artist, has just recently released his new EP called Panache. Again, that's on all streaming platforms. This is the 6th release he's done with us, and recorded and mixed, obviously, in the studios, and also with a team of session players that we brought in as well to work with, including some people's husbands who are in the room, which is great. Also, Danube Blues by Jack Robertson, recently released, that was recorded and mixed here at the studio. And coming out into this next month, on the 2nd of May, we've got Modern Horrors releasing their 4th single that has been mixed here at Beckview Studios. Ollie at Modern Horrors does a lot of the recording himself, but he comes in and records drums and gets it mixed and mastered here. And it's... I just love it. It's just my jam. It's just my jam. I really enjoy that. And then also later on this month in May, on the 14th and the 28th respectively, we've got some more Beckview Presents sessions that are going to be released. So Beckview Presents are live EPs that we track straight to our analog tape machine. So we've got Shindig, who you mentioned earlier on, and also Pleasure Centre, who are a real up-and-coming band based in Leeds. So their releases are going to be coming out later on this month, and they'll be joining our wonderful Beth Pilling's Beckview Presents EP release. You did do it.
That was genuinely one of my favourite days of last year. Like I said, so like Beckview Presents, like Christina's just said, is like it's. The way we did it was like a live EP, like you get to be there and witness the EP being made. And I said to the lads, so I have a band called the Bootleggers, and I messaged the lads, I went, look, we've been invited to this, it's going to be insane. And they all got here, and I've never seen anyone nerd out so much. Yeah. Like, it's honestly, it's such a treat. And to hear that Shindig have one coming out as well, and Pleasure Centre.
Amazing.
It's an exciting time.
It is exciting, yeah. And so they, alongside the streaming release on, places like Spotify and Apple Music, etc., it'll also be on our YouTube channel as well. So remember to like and subscribe, and then you'll be, and even the bell button, don't you? You have to press that for notifications. Do that, and you'll be notified of all the new things that are coming up.
So I wanted to talk about like the live events that happen in this space, because there's a lot of them. We've got some more coming up. So where did you come up with the idea to do like the whole the lounge, I guess?
The lounge. Okay, so I think it was probably born out of the fact that I've got a history and Chris has got a history in live. Chris has got a history in live sound, and I originally went through a pathway of theatre and things like that, and so live events and event management is a passion of mine. So when we had the studio and we had this as a wonderful space, we just thought, you know what, why don't we try this and do it and just see what it's like? And it's such a I don't want to say it's a venue because it's not, because all of our lounges are recorded, filmed and live streamed. So it is a live recording that takes place in the studio with a live studio audience. They're more stripped back or acoustic sets that we run here. And they're just really, really good fun.
They're incredible.
They're so much. And then, so we did the first one, which you saw earlier on in the show. It was the Fiends. That was on Leap Day last year, 2024. And that was so much fun. But what we realised is we needed to do something a little bit more to keep it interesting for the audiences at home. So we brought other people in for interviews, and then we finally found you, and we were like, you're the one, you can be the interview person.
I will try. It will happen.
Which was amazing. So yes, so we do that, and so we've done several of those sessions now. Most recently, we did a collaborative session with Hull Music Net, and they brought some amazing artists across. It was such a good night. The caliber of the artists coming out of Hull is just incredible, and also technically on the Yorkshire Coast. And a highlight, I would say, for me, all the bands were a highlight, but a highlight outcome is that one of the guys who performed on that night, Tom Kay, has just released his live set on vinyl as well, which is that's awesome. I think everyone should do that.
Yeah. That's so interesting.
So that's really cool. And also the vibe in the room here is really fun, isn't it?
It's honestly, like, I feel so lucky because normally I'll be in the control room over there, like getting ready for interviews and all stuff like that. Last time, I think Jim was doing something in there, but I got to be in here, and it is such a different experience, because obviously in the control room it sounds amazing, but being able to be in the room and like feel everyone's energy, because it is kind of like, it's a sit down, like, it's very intimate, sit down, listen to the music. But like the energy in the room is just, and the sound in here as well, it's honestly, I think it's just such a great project. I'm so grateful to be a part of it.
Well, and it's like tonight, we transformed the studio essentially into a broadcast studio as well.
It's a very versatile space.
Yeah,
if you have anything you want to do email Beckview, because it's such a versatile space. I've seen it in like so many different formats. This is one of my favourites. I love the big lights. So we've got another live lounge coming up on the 10th of May.
We do. Well done. That was a good segue into that. Yes, we do. So 10th of May, it's a Saturday. We have got another band coming across from Leeds called Flat Moon. They are psychedelic funk.
It's so out there and different. I'm so excited.
Doing a stripped back version of that. I'm really looking forward to it. We've also got a singer-songwriter artist over from the US. She's doing a tour of the UK. She's going to make a special trip here to the studio to perform for us. So we're really excited to have Kate McDonnell join us. And then headlining that night is actually an Americana artist. So we've got an American and an Americana artist, Craig Gould, and the Noble Thieves. And he's really making waves in the sort of the Americana scene in the UK. So it's really it's going to be really exciting. I have, at time of broadcast, literally just a few tickets left if anybody wants to come in person, but of course it will be live streamed. So, I'm hoping that people are going to tune in and can enjoy that from the comfort of their own home.
Or you can do both. You can come and watch it.
Yes.
And then go home and watch it again.
Because then you get all the interviews and things that you don't
and
necessarily get on the night, and it's brilliant,
Yeah, or like Kath, you can come to one and then, come to the next one and then review that on Yorkshire Coast Gigs. So do check out those reviews as well. And then also going forwards, though, if you do not get the chance to do that, do check out our events page at the studio, because we have some other live lounges coming up in June and on other dates. So you can get tickets then, and it's always a different lineup, and it's always generally an eclectic lineup as well, because we find that works really, really well.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. I love the live lounges.
Yeah. But it's not just concerts and things that you do here either. You've got other events coming up too.
Yes, that's right.
Those.
So yes, and that's coming up a little bit later on in the year, but I really wanted to start telling people about it now. So it was a masterclass that we are working on in collaboration with BBC trained tape engineer who also worked at Maida Vale Studios, and Ian Betson from Real Resilience. He's going to come, and him and Chris are going to run a masterclass in recording to analog tape.
Amazing.
So it's kind of demystifying the process, when to use tape in certain session situations. So if anybody is interested in that process, if anyone wants to further their knowledge in that, and of course, our 24-track 2-inch tape machine is going to be featured very heavily in that entire process. So yes, please do check out our events page on the Beckview Studios website. beckviewstudios.co.uk. And check that out.
It's all very exciting.
It is.
So thank you so much for speaking with us, Christina. It's always lovely to see you, and it's nice to have you in front of the camera as well. Because like when we do the live lounges, I know you're always in the kitchen being like hosty and welcoming everyone in, and it's just really nice to so that people can put a name to a face and like get to know you and Chris, you're next. We're gonna get you up here.
Yeah, so this is how it works. You sit behind the desk, don't you? And
Always.
yeah. And if anybody does contact us, you will definitely be contacting me at the first port of call.
Oh, but yeah, thank you so much for talking with us. And don't forget, if you are watching, like, subscribe, show support for the channel. It's such an exciting project to be a part of, so make sure you support it in every way you can. Share it, anything you can, press all of the little buttons. It helps massively. What is next? We are going to a video from Jack Robertson. This is the official music video for his single Landmark, and then after that we are going to Wordsmith in the Mix.
Yeah.
Also, it was filmed at the studio.
It was. It was. It's
when
a
he was
beautiful
recording,
video.
during his recording.
It was. Enjoy.
Hi, Jack.
Her eyelids sparkle like the sun on the South Bay. Her eyelids sparkle like the sun on the South Bay. But they're fading in my mind. I wish that they'd stay. She's standing tall, just like the castle's keep. She's standing tall, just like the castle's keep. And when I close my eyes, I see her in my sleep.
Wordsmith in the mix.
Awesome. So, hello, Charlotte. Welcome.
Hi.
It's such a privilege to have you here. I'm really excited. So, like, poetry and music go hand in hand. Like, it's no surprise that the poetry scene and the music scene, both in Scarborough and up and down the Yorkshire coast, go hand in hand. They're intertwined. So I'm going to read this like a script for the next minute because you have such an impressive portfolio and I don't want to miss any of it. So welcome to Wordsmith in the Mix. We intend to chat to local poets, hear some of their work and discuss the music scene with them. So please welcome Charlotte Oliver. Yay, we'll do a little clap. So Charlotte, you are a Scarborough-based poet. A Scarborough-based poet? You are a Scarborough-based poet with a number of awards and accolades. So your debut collection, How to Be a Dressing Gown, was published by, is it Dreek?
Yeah, Dreek.
Yeah, Dreek.
Yeah.
Dreek in 2021. So Charlotte, you regularly lead poetry and writing workshops and is one of the Poetry Society's poets in schools, working with both primary and secondary school students. So you also facilitate poetry workshops with a number of adult communities, including Mind and Carers Plus, and you do family drop-in sessions. I love that.
Yeah, it's really fun. And the parents come along, they bring the kids and they think the kids are going to do all the writing. And I'm like, okay, it's your turn too. And they're really reluctant. And then they always get stuck in. And by the end of it, they just walk out and they're like, yeah, I've written a poem. And it's brilliant.
I've seen this in action because I worked alongside you, didn't I, in a workshop.
Yeah.
And these sort of, two young mums really came in.
Oh,
and they were
amazing.
I haven't written a poem since I was 11, and they stayed for hours.
They wrote so many poems. They were
amazing.
prolific, weren't they?
Yeah,
it was brilliant.
It was brilliant.
Yeah, it's fun.
So I'd love to hear a little bit about some of the recent projects you've been working on,
Yes.
particularly one that involves national parks.
Oh, yes. Oh, funny you should ask about that one. So artist Adrian Riley invited me to write a couple of poems for this thing called Words in the Landscape that's based at Sutton Bank Visitor Centre in the North Yorkshire Moors National Park. And the whole sort of poetry trail is based around a bird's eye perspective of the landscape, and it's based on birds that nest in the area. So Adrian created all these brilliant ideas and commissioned me and another poet, Ian Dewhig, who is he's amazing. And so I wrote a poem that goes around this path, and it's like on these pieces of metal that are sunk into the path. So you read one and then you can just sort of spy the next one in the distance, and then you go to the next one, and it's sort of all about how the birds interact with the landscape. Yeah. And then I've done another one called Flight Path, which is on this big sort of sort of bench sculpture that Adrian designed, and it's all about a bird taking flight, and it's sort of imagining yourself as this bird taking flight. It's been so much fun. I've loved it. It's been ace.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And you've got some really exciting events coming up, starting with an evening of poetry and music with Big Ideas by the Sea Festival.
Yes.
On Tuesday the 20th of May. What can you tell us about what to expect from that?
I can tell you quite a lot, actually, because it's based on a very similar model to what we did last year. So it's myself and Rowena Somerville, the poet, and then Rowan Oliver and Adam Carpenter as a jazz duo called Hinterland. So they're playing music in sort of in between the poems. And then there's also a folk group, Henwen, who'll be singing as well. And it's at St Mary's Church, and the acoustics are amazing, and it's the most brilliant place to read poetry. It just sounds fantastic. Yeah. So that's coming up for them. So that's going to be a really nice night. Yeah, wonderful. Come along.
Wonderful. And we're going to talk a little bit more about Big Ideas by the Sea later as well. Yes. But is there anything else that's caught your eye from that festival? What else are you looking forward to?
There's a gig with the Blow-Ins, who I love, and a Ukrainian choir, I think that's going to be amazing. Yeah.
Fantastic. In June, you're involved with another poetry event. That's part of Scarborough Fair Fringe, isn't it?
Yes, the one at the SJT.
That's taking place at the SJT, Stephen Josie Theatre. Tell us about that one.
Yeah, so that's with Felix Hodcroft and Helen Birmingham and James Coppett. So that's going to be really fun. And it's in the round, I think, as well, wonderful. Which is a real buzz, because the McCarthy's brilliant space, but actually to be in the round. I can't wait. That's going to be fab.
Wonderful. Anything else happening at the Fringe that you're excited to attend? then.
Yes.
Because I think you've had a little bit of advanced knowledge
Oh,
of the
thanks to
events.
Catherine from Scarborough Fair. I've got an early copy of the catalogue. And there is so much happening. I mean, I went through earlier today and put these little stickets in all the things that I wanted to see, and then I had to take quite a lot out because there were so many. It was just unmanageable. But there's Gilly King, who are like this. They're going to do like loads of immersive storytelling basically for families, and I'm totally going to try and get into that because it looks brilliant. There's the Ballad of Blee Wyke, by Next Door But One and Say Out, which is Hannah Davis, who is amazing. And that's like this myth of the Selkies, you know, the women who like transform from seals. That looks wicked. And then Scarborough Theatre Company are doing Much Ado About Nothing in Southcliffe Gardens.
Oh, that'll be amazing.
Oh, that sounds wicked, doesn't it? Like, but I mean, I could have read out like a million things because it's so varied. The programme is amazing. It's going to be great.
But people will be able to go to the Scarborough Fringe website, won't they?
Yes,
have
they
a look
will,
for
and get hold of one of
and get hold
these.
of a brochure.
Obviously, probably not quite yet because I was just special.
It's fair to say that your love of music has really kind of played a part in your poetry and in your life. So today we're delighted to have you perform a little piece you've written.
Yes.
About one of your musical heroes,
Yes.
I gather. Would you tell us a little bit about it before you read it?
I will. It's about Prince, who I love and have loved forever. And I actually saw him perform at Main Road in Manchester in like the early 90s, and it was wild. And so he died, I think it's like 8 or 9 years ago, just this past week. But I still listen to him all the time, and he's amazing. And this is my tribute to him. Shall I go for it?
Go for it. Thank you.
This is My Friend Prince. We were inseparable. You filled my ears, my T-shirt fronts. Genius musician who was instrumental in the education of my soul in matters of sex, drugs, and rock and roll. An alien from somewhere exotic, a planet, purple paisleyed, circled by rings erotic. Disney doe eyes, fuzzy top lip, often naked, but for a riff of quietly grooving body hair, accompanying the eye steadily down there. You were frozen over spilled CD shells in my beloved Fiesta's footwell. You defined cool. You still do, despite having the same name as owner-matching Alsatians with chains on our old estate's far side that I liked because it smelled deep-fried. My friend fancied you, but I did not. You seemed a bit pervy and too short. But as a friend, I loved you and still do. How you match and raise my mood with your soul-touching, rocking tunes, always with a streak of rude. With your funk and your spunk, I'd have liked to pop you in my pocket where you'd have made mischief with my handkerchief. You funky little cockerel, strutting and rutting over the stage at Main Road where you were even tinier. An assured lover, stroking guitar strings until they rang out and sang out. My indignation at so many others there too. How dare they love you? You were only ever a thought or button press away, and then it snowed one April day. You died. I cried and sometimes still do. I miss you and all that was left to learn, all the other positions for one. The day I don't move my feet to the opening bars of Alphabet Street is the day I die too. Thanks.
I have to say as well, there's really something about actually hearing a poem, a spoken word, because I've read that poem before, as you well know, but actually hearing you say it aloud there, it's just taken on like 10 whole new levels.
Oh, thanks, Kath.
That's amazing. So thank you so much for that. We are going to run through a bit more news from the scene, but we'd love it if you'd stay with us
I'd
for
love to.
that,
Thanks.
because we think you can talk about some more of the things that you already know about there.
News from the scene.
To ask you a girly question.
Okay.
Is my mascara running? I'll be honest, my hay fever started playing up.
You're
and I
perfect.
didn't want to not address it, and it just cut, and I'm crying. Please no, I'm not crying. The pollen has come out. It was your poet.
There you go.
Thanks.
Is this all good?
It's all good. You're
I haven't been
perfect.
sobbing my heart out. I do. Like I said earlier, this is live. This is what happens with live, and we live for it, and we lean into it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, we've already discussed Big Ideas by the Sea a little here with Charlotte, but we want to tell you more about it. So this event takes place from the 16th of May to the 30th of May at various venues across Scarborough. Though on the 10th of May, Scarborough Symphony Orchestra concert is called a festival prelude. You can find out more about this at scarborough-orchestra.org. So this is like a prelude gig for Big Ideas by the Sea. There are a number of musical events at this varied culture festival. You can see Harp and a Monkey and Flying Dales Folk Choir at St Mary's, Five Star Brass in concert at St Martin's on the Hill, and the founding duo of one of the UK's finest R&B bands, 9 Below Zero, at St Mary's, when Dennis Greaves and Mark Feltham perform an acoustic set. So on Sunday the 25th of May, there is the big day out at Scarborough Castle. This sounds really cute. I want to go to that.
Been to these before. They are really cute. Can confirm.
There was a lot of fog last year, but this year's going to be a lot better.
It's going to be so cute. So entry is free. So if you are local to Scarborough and its surrounding areas, anyone with a YO11, YO12 or YO13, a YO13 postcode, and the day will feature storytelling, mini digs. What are the mini digs?
Archaeology.
Stop. This
Honestly,
is just too cute.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Also, you do the little mini digs and a Roman legion. Later that evening at St Mary's Church, the lovely duo, the Blow-Ins.
Who you mentioned.
Who you mentioned.
I love them.
This is the one with the Ukrainian choir, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's going to be really special.
Yeah. And Modcrop the musical is taking place at Scarborough Spa as part of the festival offering. And that's a new play written by a local playwright, and it's a 60s set tale of 3 mod youths. That sounds like a lot of fun. There'll be an evening of songs and poetry with Eddie Lawler, the Bard of Saltaire, and Scarborough Library's regular Cultural Connections event will move up to St Mary's for a special session. The festival closes with a special community choir event, which is 6 choirs joining forces. As we have mentioned, there are many poetry events, as well as Verses, Voices, and the Wordsmith's Open Mic, which is a regular event that happens, but that's being pulled in as part of the festival, hosted by Graham Rhodes, as well as the events that Charlotte's involved with. Is there anything else you want to say about any of those music or poetry events?
The community choirs night is amazing. So I'm in the Funky Tuesday choir, and we were part of the massed choirs last year, and they've got even more choirs in this time. We did outnumber the audience. There was like 150 people singing, but it was amazing. I mean, it was actually quite emotional having all those voices, and again, St Mary's, the acoustics. It was brilliant. We were all like crazed afterwards because we were so like pumped and happy from it. It was such a great night. So I really recommend that. It's going to be lovely.
Put that as the finale.
Yeah,
the grand
it's
finale
amazing.
then,
It's brilliant. Yeah.
Brilliant. So loads of intriguing events just taking place, as well as the music and poetry ones. We'd urge you to visit bigideasbythesea.com to see the full programme. Some events are free, some are pay what you feel, and some are fixed price. One other music event taking place is a concert by the wonderful women of Raven. This is a really special year for Raven. We will soon be publishing a written interview with the band. It's actually the first time we've repeated an interview. We first interviewed them 11 years ago. We're interviewing them again this year, as well as attending their very special gig at the Stephen Joseph Theatre, because this year, hard though it is to believe, the 6-strong all-female band celebrating 20 years together.
That's insane.
It is
And
insane.
they
I
are
can't
brilliant.
believe it. It feels like
so cool.
5 minutes since I kind of first saw them performing at the Coastival at the Spa. Filey will be hosting the annual Filey Folk Festival this month. Over 100 musicians are due to attend for scheduled events and sing-around and open jam sessions across the town. You can visit fileyfolkfestival.com for more details on the free events happening as part of this independent festival. Clearly, we can't list them all, but acts will include our very own Beth Pilling, as well as, is this news to you? That fair, I thought, oh my God. Silk and Custard, the Blow-Ins again, the Assembly Line, Ukulele Band, Electric Blue Dragonflies, Claire Wilson Smith Music, Siren and Strings, and many, many more. There is also a Facebook group for Filey Folk Festival with lots of extra info on those free events.
So most of those are free, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been to Filey I think it's 4 years in a row now, and I just love it.
Yeah. You were telling me it's a bit like a little party. You just kind of get to your
it really is. Yeah,
session.
There's so many different stages, and it is primarily folk, but there's room for other things as well. So someone I know, James. I was going to say James Williams. It's not James Williams. It's James Miller. James Miller from Hull, he runs the Bonhams Bar one.
Oh, yeah.
And this year he's got people, normally I call it a Hull invasion, because we all just come over from Hull to Filey for the weekend. But this year he's got stuff from Scarborough, he's got more from Brid. There's a real variety, while it is primarily folk, there's so many other things happening that weekend as well. Mm-hmm. So while most of it is free, there are a number of ticketed concerts at Filey's Everend Centre over the festival weekend. So at the time of filming, there are still tickets left for this, but as you are watching, they may have sold out. So there'll be a link below to all of the Filey stuff. So there's Fire and Rain and Mean Mary. They're sold out. But we are told you can still get tickets for Katie Spencer, who is phenomenal. Yep. The Great American Folk Songbook. Now, this one is a tongue twister.
It is.
The Jake Leg Jug Band.
You did very well there. Well done.
Thank you. That's a good band.
This is why it's in your section. Yeah.
Thanks, Kath. The Jake Leg Jug Band, Tim Eady, and the Deep Dark Woods. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, get your hands on some tickets for Filey.
Yeah.
As Christina mentioned earlier, coming up in May, there is a special event right here at Beckview Studios. It's the latest live lounge at Beckview Studios with Craig Gould and the Noble Thieves, New York singer-songwriter Kate McDonnell, and a 6-piece funk band from Leeds called Flat Moon. Before we continue to our final guests, and let's hope we can fit you all in. I think we're just going to go with 2 of you because there's a lot of you. We are going to show you a promo video of the studio, so you've seen this room. We're going to show you a video so you can see all the rest of the studio in its beautiful entirety.
Artist Chat.
So, welcome
Thanks.
to Reverie, a Scarborough-based band fronted by Callum Marshall, who's been a regular on the scene as a solo artist for many, many years, alongside several other familiar faces. We have Dan Parker, we have Luke Mackey, who says, just call him Mackey, and Philip Bull, who are here. Hello. Ryan sadly couldn't be here tonight, but Ryan is also part of the band as well. So really, we wanted to tell us a little bit about yourselves. You're a very new band, so although we might know a lot about each of you individually, it'd be nice to know about you as a band on the scene. Fair to say, with so many familiar faces, there's just a little bit of a supergroup vibe going on, perhaps. Yeah?
People keep saying that.
How did you get together? How did it kind of come about?
Do you want me to take it?
Yeah, go.
Yeah, sure. So we were playing under Carl for a long time, and then we just stopped, didn't we, Mackie, really? And then we thought, do you know what? We should probably unstop. But some people have moved away. And I wanted some harmonies, so we'd done the open mic. You were on the open mic at Indigo, didn't you?
Yeah, that was a big bit as well. I was running open mic at Indigo, which is now just open mic up.
Yeah.
And then that ended because Indigo closed down, and we were like, well,
this is sad.
What's next?
Yeah.
So then we decided we liked the sound of us together, and it just sort of fell into place. Phil put his feelers out and said he liked it as well, and then it all just kind of made a bit of sense for us to do something together.
It's nice when things can organically fall into place like that. It's such a nice collaborative effort and like when it feels, do you know what I mean? Like it just
That's
makes
it.
sense.
Like we would just literally get, like, he'd be like, oh, up next, me. And then I'd get up. And then Dan would just stick around with a microphone.
Oh,
and we'd go,
no
that sounds pretty nice. That sounds kind of nice. And then Ryan would finish off a pint, so we'd run and he'd come and do the horn. Like, and it just sounded cool. So we thought, well, we should maybe have a rehearsal for real.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. So, like Kath said, you guys are still quite a new band. I wanted to talk about like your songwriting process, whether it's like songs. I know you write a lot of songs, Cal. Whether it's like you bring the songs to the band or you do a bit of collaborative. Like, what does that look like for you guys?
It starts with you, really. But doesn't it?
Is it got in there before you could undersell yourself? Dan was
I
in there.
think he normally tries to take it to group effort, but the original foundation always comes from Callum.
I usually bring some basic chords and some lyrics and go, what do you think to that? And they go, well, give us 2 hours. And then, we end up with songs, don't we?
It's a nice fleshing out process.
Yeah. And that takes a while. The fleshing out's the longest part, I think, isn't it?
It has helped that a previous band, Cal, had a nice repertoire for us to bring straight to the forefront. But we have just started writing some new stuff, which is really exciting.
We have, yeah.
It's all very exciting. So are you excited for like your first summer as a band? Like,
I am.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I think we are.
Are you guys? Are you excited for your first summer as a band? What?
Whatever you want.
Give us a thumbs up. Yes, it's going to be great. So we've seen that you are playing Staxtonbury this year.
We are. We're on Saturday at 4 at the Marquee. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm all over the place in Saxonbury. I'm playing
So you've played a few times,
I bet you are.
I'm all over the weekend.
This is the super band issue.
Yeah.
You're all needed in like 10 places at once.
It's a problem, yeah.
That's the biggest issue, is trying to get everyone, like, oh, do you want to do this gig here? And you go, give me an hour.
Yeah.
So I need to send pigeons off.
It makes it that much more of a treat though when it is a gig.
Oh yeah, it's worth saying. That's my camera, isn't it? Hello. We have discount tickets for Staxtonbury if you would like some. That's it.
That's all from us. You're also doing a gig with Alex.
Yeah.
With Metal Lines.
A couple.
Oh, a couple.
Yes, we had to. So we've got the support for Sam. Is it Skerdle? Skerdle.
I think.
The British Bruce Springsteen, or Bruce Springsteen of the North. Is that what they say?
It's a lot
He's
of
very
letters.
good. Either way, I listen to him. He's class.
He's brilliant, isn't he?
So we're going to do that June. No, July.
Come on, Alex, we're testing you. What date is it?
18th of July.
Sorry.
Yeah. So it's 18th of July.
The 18th of July, you're at Stirling Castle supporting Sam Sherdle.
Yeah.
Sherdle. Along.
So just go with that. Sherdle.
Sam Sherdle has got a lot of free promo from this segment.
Do you want to do like the phonetic pronunciation here?
And that's with Don't Fret the Poet as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yes. It's going to be good. Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, I've never seen Don't Fret the Poet, but I've only ever seen videos, and I'm like, again, class. So I'm excited to get there and play that.
I mean, it's a good thing about this band as well. We've been so Scarborough-based for a long time. This is an opportunity to start branching out as well. So be my first gig in Brid.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But you've just recently moved to Brid as well, though, haven't you?
Totally,
so it's kind of great that you're getting to meet all these
I've
other
just found
Brid
out about the
people
Sunday
tonight.
sessions as well. I'll be totally
I wanna go
missing
to one
those.
of them.
Love Sunday sessions. You have to come.
Yeah.
And then also Leeds as well. We've got a gig there, and that'll be.
What have we got in Leeds?
Over to my compadre.
We did have a gig in Leeds. We're not doing it now.
Oh. Is this the Superman downfall?
The fact is, this is the Superman downfall. Is that we were going to do that with Northern? Was it Northern Riot? It was Northern Riots.
I might still
we're
go.
just not. Yeah, I might still go. Have a look.
So maybe not this occasion, but you'll be in Leeds at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Hopefully. I reckon so.
So are there any sort of festivals that you'd be looking to play in future years? Obviously, we've got Staxtonbury this year. Like, what is the big plan for Reverie?
Probably just like Glastonbury or something, to be honest.
Yeah, just a.
That's the one.
I bet the Why Not Festival does got a pretty good lineup, hasn't it?
I don't know nothing about that.
I'll be honest. I think just anything on the festival circuit is fun.
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter where does it, as long as
Especially those grassroots festivals.
Yeah,
It's
exactly,
always
like, they're
such a
fun.
homey vibe. I've just did
Festival.
Kelburn last year, which was amazing. I'd love to go. It's in Scotland. I'd love to go to that and do.
Oh,
It's
wow.
absolutely beautiful vibes. They've got what we call a Scarborough contingent up there.
Nice.
So I think they'd be happy to see some North East Coast bands up there.
Fantastic.
Brilliant. So are we going to be like recording anything anytime soon? Can we expect
yeah.
an EP?
So we're writing now, like I say, we're fleshing and everything,
Yeah.
and then we have some things planned with like just some like local pubs, bars and stuff, nice pretty ones. We want to try and do like a on scene recording, just of like acousticy stuff, and then the studio things. I need to write more songs.
I think that, but it's more like talking to you earlier. So like the older stuff is more like your songs that you've written. Is that right? And now it's more of like a collaborative effort.
Yeah. So like I said, because we had the band before.
Yeah.
We did our producer was also our guitarist at the time, so we used to like just flesh out everything, basically us two, and then bring it to the lads and be like, right, play that. Whereas now. We don't do that. Now we just go into the rehearsal and we'll start messing around with some chords and stuff. Maybe, Mackie will try and play some bass or something.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I don't even start with lyrics. Like, you'll just sometimes sing into a microphone, but there's no real words there, is there?
Yeah,
It's just tunes.
Like a sort of remastering of the old stuff as well.
That too. Because we were quite big on that. Because we figured we played like Fulford Arms a couple of times and we played Trillions up in Newcastle and stuff, and they were great. But the kind of genre of music we were playing, we wanted to maybe just shift slightly. It was a little bit heavier than I think. I basically write like bubblegum pop lyrics, right? It was just a little bit heavy, and we realised that like now we're with new members of the band, it's gonna sound different anyway. So like swapping over to Phil on like the guitar, like that's just gonna be a different sound anyway. So yeah, I think just going through everything and being like, right, how do we make this more of a live experience that's different than if you'd seen us before?
We've also got Philip Bull, who is the master of all the instruments. So, like, today's going to be playing with the mandolin.
You are Philip.
Which only found out about a few hours ago. I just texted him and said,
never played one
fancy
before.
bringing that mandolin?
Who have we got on what instrument this evening?
Acoustic guitar,
Yeah.
three singers,
Yeah.
a mandolin and a bass, and a foot drum.
A foot drum.
Yeah.
Is it like a
I don't know if
stomp
you'll
pedal?
see that. Yeah, it's one of
Ryan
them.
point two for the day.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Drummer's busy, so.
It's going to be amazing.
It is going to be amazing.
We were just going to ask quickly as well, you played the We Shall Overcome event that we talked about earlier. How did it feel to be involved in that day? It was quite a crazy, long, busy day.
It
It was
busy.
mental. The thing is, so I remember stood outside waiting. We had about 20 minutes until we were on, and Graham Rhodes, the organiser, came out and was like, "Go on, Cal, you're on now, mate."
It's now.
And I went, "Well, that can't be, Graham," because my clock says 1:45. He went, "Yeah, no, we're early, so do you want to get yourselves on?" And like, was only half at band were there at that point.
Oh goodness.
And that was like our first. That was our first proper
excursion,
excursion as like the new band. Yeah, it was mint. I had a class time.
Yeah, it was beautiful as well, and for such a good cause as well.
It was nice.
Which is amazing.
Every time you'd go past like the food baskets, they were just getting like more and more full, or they get like more and more stacked. I just think that's quality.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, it's mint.
Do you think it's time for some
We
more
sent them
live
over there. I
music?
think
Do you
it
think?
is, yeah, I think it might
I
be.
think it's time.
Shall we move
Do
to
you
the
want-
corner?
Do you want to play some music? Would that be all right?
No, I think we'll just
Yeah.
leave it.
Oh, please, go on. Go on.
gonna plug that guitar in and see it's not.
We're now going to move over to the live band area.
Well, everybody shuffles
Everybody
around
shuffles
a little
around. We're
bit.
watching them all get set up. I'm
playing-
excited for this mandolin.
Yeah, playing some real
I haven't
musical
actually seen a
chairs.
mandolin played live before. Never ever.
I've never seen a mandolin before either.
I mean, oh, we love that. Are you all having a good time? Our little live audience.
You're
Oh, good, I'm glad.
playing musical chairs in a minute as well when we get you all over here while the band are playing, so just be warned. It's a sprint race.
Also, while everyone's getting set up, watching at home, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Share this podcast. This is the first ever episode of North Sea Soundcheck. And it's really good vibes in the room tonight.
I've had such a lot of fun and I was so nervous beforehand, but
I was so nervous too.
you guys are lovely. You've made it like a little
Yeah.
party and we've had a really good time.
It's been so nice having a little chat with everyone. Yeah.
Do this every week.
Are we doing? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you...
Ish.
Ish.
That's in tune, isn't it?
What are you playing for us?
Oh, this is Lighthouse. So this is one of our older songs. Technically it's written about Scarborough. We have a lighthouse in Scarborough.
We do.
Technically about that. Technically about love and that.
Aww.
I hate talking about my songs. I never know what to say. Yes, this is a version of that song, but it's out on Spotify and everything, and all other streaming platforms are available. Ready, gents? No. Great.
I can't live on my own. This house just ain't our home. When you're not with me, I can't see the house for the trees. I like it if you lie to me. I love it if you love me. My lighthouse points to sea, just to find where you should be. I can only see the rain by the street lights on the window, coffee shop at midnight. Come and find me, avoid all the street fights. Far too pretty to be wondering tonight. Far too pretty to be wondering tonight. 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 We can talk till 2 while your daughter, your mom, and you. Return you to the trees. I like it if you lie to me. I love it if you love me. My lighthouse points to sea, just to find where you should be. I can only see the rain by the street lights on the window, the coffee shop at midnight. Come and find me and avoid all the street fights. Far too pretty to be wondering tonight. 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 Oh, far too pretty. 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 'Cause I can't live on my own. This house just ain't our home. When you're not with me, I can't see the house, the trees. I can only see the rain by the street lights on the window, the coffee shop at midnight. Come and find me and avoid all the street fights. Far too pretty to be wondering tonight. Tonight. body, for you're far too pretty.
Wow. Thank you, Reverie, so much for all being here and doing that. We can't wait to see you at some of those upcoming gigs and festivals now. Do follow these lads on social media and sign up to their very own mailing list for all of their upcoming news. Thank you. Another round of applause, I think, for that again. Thank you. Thank you.
I can't believe that it's this time already.
No.
We are at the end.
We got through.
We got through. This is the end of the first ever episode of North Sea Soundcheck. So thank you all for tuning in. Thank you so much to our special guests who we've had this evening, to Alex Verda, to Em Louise. Yeah, we'll do it in the pot. Alex Verda. Em Louise. Charlotte Oliver. And Reverie over there in the corner. Who's done it. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us, and of course Christina as well for coming up and talking about the studio. Is there anything you want to particularly plug for the studio?
Oh, well, I would definitely obviously say like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share everybody's contributions far and wide on your socials. Please repost any reels, anything like that. And obviously check out all the artists here in the room and all the ones that you guys have been chatting about. Yeah.
And looking ahead to future shows as well, please share the show, tell people about it, tell us what you thought about it, be kind, and get in touch with any music news via the Yorkshire Coast Gigs social channels or info@yorkshirecoastgigs.co.uk. Please get in touch, because even if we can't share everything on the actual show, we do aim to share any news we can via the website and socials, and we really love to hear what you've got going on and finding out new stuff about people as well. Besides our wonderful guests, we just want to thank all the crew and team involved from both Yorkshire Coast Gigs and Beckview Studios. Lovely Beth out here.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you to Chris and Christina for having us in the studio. Thank you to the boys behind the scenes, Adam, Dave, and of course James. This will be out from the 1st of May. Like and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in to the first ever North Sea Soundcheck, the music show for the Yorkshire Coast.
Are we all going to say bye together?
Let's do it together after 3. 1, 2, 3. Bye!
Oh, well done, everyone!
With thanks to our sponsors, Proper Yorkshire Beer, Charlotte Middleton, The Curious Creative, and Your 360 Immersive Virtual Tours. North Sea Soundcheck. North Sea Soundcheck with Yorkshire Coast Gigs and Beckview Studios.